I have a warning about Eric Trump, and I guarantee you it's not what you think. And if you don't pay attention to this warning, you're going to lose out on one of the greatest money making events of your lifetime. I would say it's akin to the .com bubble and the real estate bubble, knowing when to get out, when to get in, when to get out, how to take advantage of either of those situations for the betterment of your family, your life, generational wealth. But a lot of people will miss it. I'm going to dive into this story, and I'm going to say right now, Eric, I hope to see you in a couple days. I'll be in the press room. Um, I'd love to chat with you, and I'm going to explain why I think all Americans should have the right and how they're going to be able to have the right to all of their own information so that corporations cannot sell it, so that they retain it, everything from medical records, credit data, all of that stuff. And if they want to share it, they can get paid to do that instead of big corporations. And it'll lead to more sovereignty in our nation and a stronger nation. All right. Before I start the story, I got to say I'm 25%. My whole trading portfolio has been in cash during this little mini crypto dump. It's going to get a little worse. If you want the AI course, I can't make enough videos to tell you every move in the crypto markets. I've saved a lot of money by being in cash. I'm about to deploy it. The AI course tells you all that stuff, how to start your own trading assistant. Links down below. There's a sale to that. All right, the story's out of the Wall Street Journal. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says how Eric Trump became one of the crypto's greatest evangelists. Now, everyone remembers, type one if you remember me, 2 Januaries ago, coming out and saying, at all costs, you need to go in as much as you can into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And the reason why was because of the invention of the creation or the allowance of the Bitcoin ETF from the SEC. Knowing that massive amounts of institutional money, if you guys remember that, type one, just give me a little bit of, people need to understand who they're listening to on the internet. There are a lot of fake gurus out there that have got no money in the game, and then there are people that are all in. I'm going to explain what Eric Trump's doing during this video, but if you remember that, thank you for typing one. I've told everyone to go all in. Since then, a lot of people have become millionaires. And they've focused. This is the cycle. This is the season for cryptocurrency. And you don't have a lot of time left because that crypto cycle is going to come to an end, and it's going to come back down. And if you're not into the right positions and you're not doing the right things like staking and upholding networks, you're going to end up losing. All right. All right. It says here, Eric Trump wasn't always a crypto bro. He says the banks made him that way. He says here, at the time, I realized how fragile the system was and how easy it could be weaponized against you, Eric said, adding that he believed that the decisions were political. I type yes or no if you believe that debanking is political. This is very important that you answer this question, because if you're answering no, I want you to do this. I want you to consider that you may not be in a position that you're looked at as a threat. And I can tell you 100%, I'm being investigated by Gemini right now. That is a fact. They said that I have moved more money than is normal. This is 100% a fact. I've gotten 12 emails that they said they're going to shut my Gemini account down. You know, even the owners of the company don't know that's happening. If they found out who they were shutting down, because they don't know who I am, what my account is. I bought a certain amount of XRP a couple September ago at 46 cents. This is and I understand, because you don't have to deal with these problems does not mean they don't exist. But I'm just going to give you an example. I put $600,000 into Gemini. I wired it from JP Morgan, and JP Morgan shut my account down. You know what they've told me since then? You're one of the largest people. This is not bragging. This is the truth. And you need to hear the truth. If you don't want to hear the truth and it sounds like bragging, you're never going to be successful. Because if you don't learn from people that are successful, you're going to be a failure. There are a lot of people that want to listen to fake gurus on the internet that have got 5 or 10 grand in the market, and they talk like they're all that, and they're driving around a Lamborghini that they're leasing on the internet pretending like they're rich. And I'm telling you right now, that's why I'd rather do videos in my truck or on the side of the street with a piece of cardboard, because I'm trying to wake real Americans up, because the only way we're going to get our country back is by real Americans, and what I'm talking about, I don't care what country you're from, I don't care what sex you are, I don't care what your sexual orientation, I don't care about any of that. I care about your heart because it starts with the heart. And if we don't get people with good hearts becoming wealthy, we're going to lose our nation. So I deposited the 600 grand. I bought XRP. I took it directly from that Gemini account. I pushed it over to one address controlled with a Trezor. I sat on it. When it went to a lot more, I pushed it back in the exact amount. I sold it. They immediately contacted me and said, we need you to prove your net worth. We think you're laundering money. That, in a nutshell, that's what they were doing. This is real, okay? It's not even, that wasn't even political. That was just, you've got more money than the average person. We think you stole it. And I go, are you crazy? Go back and look at last year's transactions. I bought it right here. You had no problem taking my money. JP Morgan shut my account down and went into fraud alert just to get that money over to you. So that bank stopped me. Then Gemini didn't stop me, but now they're trying to stop me and they're saying, we're shutting your account down because you're not proving that you're worth that much. I'm like, are you kidding me? You guys can't even go back. And these are all emails for records. As I said, you're going to regret what you're doing. I'm telling you right now, you're going to freaking regret it. You don't know what you're dealing with. And I said, so I was able to pull it off. Thank heavens. I did it fast. The second I got that email, boom, it's gone. Took it off the exchange. And I pushed it over to Coinbase. I haven't had an issue with Coinbase. And the Gemini account looks tiny. And I'm telling you right now, this is a real thing. And Eric Trump saw it quick. And he dove into cryptocurrency. They were debanked because they were the powers that be were putting pressure on them because they didn't want them running the country. Let me ask you this real quick, because, and this is always a threat to this, my entire last 4 years of livelihood, trying my hardest to be a success on social media. But this is the truth. Hey, type Trump if you voted for Trump. The reason why I say that is because you'll see that a mass majority of people did vote because they wanted to change, right? 2 presidents ago, they talked about change and we never got change. But the people are speaking, and I'm telling you right now, you've got to listen to now who you voted for and what they're talking about. And Eric Trump is one of those guys, and I ain't kissing his butt. I am no respecter of men. I'm not joking. I fear God over man. But I'm telling you right now, this money system, this fiat money system was put in place to control you. And blockchain changes that. If you own XRP or you own Bitcoin, do me a favor and type it down below if you own it because you want the hope, you have the hope of a brighter future financially because you understand how those protocols do specific things to break financial bondage. This is really important. You need to get this through your head right now. It says here, banks say they don't close accounts for political reasons, but the issue of debanking has become a rallying cry in conservative circles. Oh, and just so you know, I'm a conservative, and I'm proud of it. And if you're not, rather than getting offended because I am, do yourself the greatest favor ever and just do that with your mouth and your ears, and I can promise you, you will start to see things in a different light. Most people aren't wealthy or independent or able to help other people, really help other people, not with good thoughts or wishes, but with means, finances to be able to help people because they listen more than they speak. I'm going to some very important meetings. As a matter of fact, I'm about to get on a plane and I'll be in transit for like 24 hours. And I want to change the world, and I'm going to use blockchain as the method of doing that, of recording transactions and creating privacy and freedom for humans all over the world. Let me ask you this. How many of you are frustrated when you move from one doctor to the next and they have your medical records and you're waiting on them to get the new doctor their medical records? Type 10 if you are frustrated with that. Type 10 if you are frustrated the fact that a bank needs to run, a loan company needs to run your credit score, and it's a company that has all of your data. Type 10 if that pisses you off. How cool would it be for you to have your own wallet and just be able to go, here, there you go. Look at this is my stuff. And if companies want my data to be able to use it for market research, I'll sell it to them because I want to own it. Type 10 if you're like, yeah, that pisses me off and that would be awesome. Type 10 if you would sit there and go, hey, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of all these companies that are advertising directly to me because they've got my info of what I bought the other day at Walmart based off of my credit card. How about I hold that information, and if I want it out, I'll let it out on my terms, or I won't let it out at all. All of this is absolutely set up with the blockchain. Let me ask you this. How many of you honestly type USA in all stinking caps if you can? If you want to buy made in the USA products, but you know how hard it is because of the price, but there's a way around it. Seriously, there's a way around it. So many people strive to do that, but they can't because they go, it's so expensive. But the sad thing is it's slowly leading to our demise. There's a way around that. And I hope to explain that to some special people in the next few days. I'm going to go forth and I'm going to change the frequency of meetings in the next few days. I'm telling you this right now. And I love that there are people in this channel that pray for me. Thank you so much. Because this thing that we call Ninja Nation, a group of people around the world that are prepared and not scared and are making wealth and helping people already, is going to go into overdrive in the next 90 days. Let me ask you this. How many of you type 100? Because I think there are some very important people that are going to be watching this. No. Let me throw this out there. Just type this. Total crap. Just type total crap if you believe that carbon credits were never intended to help the environment, but they were solely intended to pad the pockets of certain people around the world. If you believe that, type total crap, or carbon credits are crap. And I want this video specifically is going to go in front of some very important people. And I want this flooded with your thoughts and your opinions. This is probably one of the most important videos I'm going to make this week. And I say it this week because they're going to get better, because these are signposts to very important people around the world. Very wealthy, very influential people watch this channel. I've said it before. I'm saying it again because I know it for sure, certain. I will bring change to this world, and I'm going to do it through you, because you are the most important person right here and right now. Somebody that has ears to hear and eyes to see. This channel brings forth the best type of human being out there. People with heart, real emotion, and determination to leave this world better than they got here. We are not weak men and women. We are strong. We are Ninja Nation. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm going to go forth and crush it. I hope you do too. The Economic Ninja is out.